Okay. Monday next week is Guru Purnima, I think. No. Buddha Purnima. Buddha Purnima is next week or next week? This coming Monday is Buddha Purnima, right? Okay. So I was, there's a famous author who wrote this book, Sai Baba, Man of Miracles, Howard Murfitt, right? Remember that book? A lot of Sai devotees in the 1990s got introduced to Swami through that book, Sai Baba, Man of Miracles. And Howard Murfitt was an Australian journalist who had written many books also in journalism. And he came to Swami in the 1960s and was with Swami for a long time. And he was telling about one of his experiences where he was in the Purna Chandra auditorium. And in the Purna Chandra auditorium in Prashantanilayam, they have the Dashavatars, right? And Swami came. At that time, Swami was staying in the Purna Chandra on the first floor. So Swami came down and, Howard was so happy and everything, obviously. And Swami started talking about the Dashavatars, the 10 avatars of God. And he started talking about Buddha. He said something very interesting. He said, the Buddha that you see depicted here is not the God Buddha. He said the God Buddha lived some time ago, some time back. The Buddha that you see now is one of his disciples. Okay, so can we talk about the story? Would you like to know this? Yes? Okay. Yes or no? Yes. So the Shakyamuni Buddha, that is who we call Siddhartha Gautama. You know the story. He was born as a prince in Bihar. He went outside and he saw the three sufferings, and then he decided to leave his family, and he went out and got enlightenment. That's the Buddha that we know today. So this Buddha, Gautama Buddha, or Shakyamuni Buddha, actually, he was the disciple of the God Buddha, who was the actual avatar of the Dashavataras, and that is known as Buddha Shenrab, or Buddha Shenrab Miwo, and he lived about 18,000 years ago. 18,000 years ago, 180 centuries, 18,000 years ago. So before the time of Krishna Avataram was the Buddha, okay? And this Buddha did not come for people like you and me. Buddha Shenrab came for the yogis. It's a very different type of Buddha. He came for the yogis. He came for the siddhas. He came for the rishis. And so this Buddha eventually, his teachings became what we know today in Nepal, or Tibet as the Bon religion, or whatever the remnants of the Bon religion are. So that is the Buddha Shenrab, or Buddha Shenrab Miwo. That is the God Buddha. That Buddha was very strict. He was very austere in his personality, very strict in his teachings, and he would teach just the Brahma Vidya, just the absolute truth. And he would teach to the yogis, to the siddhas, to the rishis, those who had come to a very high level, and he would take them even higher. One of his disciples was a very great soul, and he prayed to Buddha Shenrab that he could take birth. When he didn't say that I want another birth, he said, when I take birth again, I wish to serve all sentient beings. So with this prayer, he gave this prayer to Buddha Shenrab. Buddha Shenrab then gave a mantra to this disciple, and he said, you chant this mantra now, just like how we were talking about chanting just a little while ago. Chant this mantra. And he gave a mantra to this disciple. And he said, when you take your next birth, because of the power of chanting this mantra, you'll start to remember your previous births. And then you'll come back to the path of liberation, to the path of enlightenment. So this disciple became, who do you think? Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha, yes, the Shakyamuni Buddha, yes. So that is the lineage that you see. So we have the God Buddha, Buddha Shenrab Miwo, very powerful, very fierce, emanating tremendous amount of energy. And then we have his chief disciple, Buddha Shakyamuni. Okay, so that is the lineage. Now, today, I would like us to meditate on Buddha in his Buddha Shenrab form. Okay? That is in his God Buddha form. Okay, so, what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that Buddha Shenrab is standing before us. Okay? Very austere figure, very severe in his tapasya, um, not willing to tolerate any monkey business. Okay, so be careful when you're standing before him. Be a very good student and just be in his presence for a little while. Just do this for 1 or 2 minutes, but just be in his presence for a little while and feel the power that emanates from Buddha Shenrab. His teachings are still there. It's in the remnants of the Bon religion. So maybe we don't find his original teachings anymore because of so much time, and most of his teachings are transferred through the oral tradition, and those who knew those traditions are no longer there, as the Bon religion was replaced by Buddhism. But still, his teachings are essentially the truth, the Brahma Vidya that we know today. Okay, so let's go ahead and sit up straight. Keep your back and neck straight. You can place your hands together in your lap or on your knees if you're sitting on the floor. If you're sitting in a chair, uncross your legs. Take a few breaths in to settle your body and your mind. Breathe in deeply, in and out. Let go of whatever stress you brought with you today. Now just pray to Swami to help you with this meditation, to show you his form as Buddha Shenrab. And then imagine, in whatever way is appropriate for you, that the Buddha has come before you to give you blessings. And just be quiet and receive whatever he has to give you. And if he's speaking to you, then listen quietly without any interruption, without planning or analyzing. Just accept whatever is shared with you. You can come back, gradually open your eyes. So what I suggest you do between now and Buddha Purnima, or even after, is just connect with Buddha Shenrab, especially when you are in those quiet moments, especially in the early mornings when the mind is quiet. Just feel that power that comes from here, that austere power, that strength. He came for the yogis, the siddhas, the rishis, but in some sense, he came for all of us as well. Just his presence was enough to uplift anyone around him. So meditate on the Buddha Shenrab in honor of Buddha Purnima. You can meditate on Buddha Shakyamuni also, but understand the history that goes. The Buddhas keep coming back, right? Buddhas keep returning. The Dalai Lama keeps returning. Adi Shankaracharya keeps returning. Ramavataram happens again and again every Maha avatar. Swami said, next time I come as Rama, I won't send Sita to the forest. You know? So slight difference each time, depending on the flavor of that Mahayuga, but the avatars keep coming back for us. Sai avatar, no. Just these 3 births and that's it. It was never before and never again avatar. Okay. Questions on sadhana? Doubts, questions? You all self-realized? Yes? So you don't have to ask anything? Have you reached 1 million births yet? You all want to know the Brahma Vidya? Or maybe you know the Brahma Vidya already and you've passed that also. Okay, so I have some questions. What is self-realization? Let's do some rapid fire. What is self-realization? This is not very rapid, nor are you firing. No, what's a self-realization? Self-realization is the knowledge, according to Swami, that only God exists at any time or any place. Okay? Self-realization is the knowledge, experience, not theory, that only God exists at any time or any place. How many types of self-realization are there? How many types of self-realization are there? 3 types of self-realization. The intellectual kind, the temporary kind, and the permanent kind. Yes? So intellectual is where you know about that everything is one. These are people who study Advaita. They read books by Ramana Maharshi. They listen to talks by, who's that saint in Mumbai? Nisargadatta Maharaj. They do that. That's fine. Okay, good. And then the temporary realization is where you know in meditation that you are God. But then once you stop meditating, the experience goes away after a while. And that's the most common type. And the least common is a permanent type. Okay? So 3 stages of meditation. What are the 3 stages of spiritual growth according to Swami? First is I am in the light. Second is light is in me. Third is I am the light. After you reach I am the light, what happens? You have to stabilize in that realization, right? I am the light. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So you need to settle in that last stage, that I am the light. Yeah. You had a question?
So, how to constantly be, practicing or because it just goes up and down, never steady. Like 1 month very vigorous and the next month not really in the space.
That's a good question. So your sadhana will always be like this, right? Your sadhana will never go like a straight line. It won't be continuous all the time. You will have periods in your sadhana where you have gone very high, and you'll have periods in your sadhana where you go very low. And it could be because of external things around you, your own health issues, family issues, business, work, life, whatever it is. It could be just everything is fine, and the next day your meditation is flat one day, or your sadhana is flat, or your chanting is flat. The next day it's all beautiful, and just listening to a bhajan makes you cry in devotion, and you feel that you and Swami are one, and you love everyone. It just goes up and down, up and down. What is it though that's bringing you out of that? What do you think? The troughs. What's bringing you into
Just doesn't connect.
the downsides?
Certain days you don't feel like practicing. Certain days, like for any kriya or any, like even the puja, or except Suprabhatam, Swamis, that I can never leave. But other things, like even when we know that this is what connects us to God, why are we not doing it?
So I'll give
Why
you an
am I not,
example.
rather?
An athlete is training for the Olympics. Okay? Got it? Athlete is training for the Olympics. This is the example. They have to get up every day. Let's say they're a swimmer. When do swimmers swim? They swim early in the morning, right? So they swim from 5 to 7 o'clock every day. They do their drills. And today it's 4:30, their alarm goes off, and they just don't feel like going to the pool. What do? They go to the pool anyway, right? And that's how they succeed. Yeah. There was one German swimmer who was a long distance champion. I forget his name, but he was telling the reason why he was a champion swimmer, he won so many gold medals in long distance swimming, is because he would swim every day, even on his birthday, even on Christmas, even on New Year's. That's the kind of dedication it takes. Yes. So if you find yourself going down, look at what has happened to you. Have you maintained that intensity? Have you maintained that perseverance? There's going to be some natural ups and downs, right? I mean, even if you look at athletes, they have good days and bad days. Everybody does. But they still have that perseverance, that stick-to-itness. Even if they don't feel like doing it, their practice for the day, they continue. As a sadhaka, as a spiritual aspirant, even if you don't feel like doing it, do at least something, no? Don't drop it. And sometimes there may be one day where you're not able to do hardly any sadhana, but don't let it become 2 days. Yeah, that is key.